Hi, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on this special Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month program. My name is Celeste, and I'm a librarian here at the Harris County Public Library. Tonight, you'll be taken through the magnificent world of dance with a follow-along workshop from our partner, Young Audiences of Houston, whose mission it is to educate and inspire children through the arts. I'll be joined shortly by Janie Yao. She's a teaching artist with Young Audiences and the Dance of Asian America Academy, which aims to foster young generations of artists. Welcome, Janie.
Hi, Celeste.
Hi,
Thank you for having me.
Yes, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm excited.
Great. All right, I'm going to go ahead and let you take it away with the workshop.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, I am with Dance of Asian America, and today we are with Young Audiences of Houston. So we're very excited to be here today. Today, I'm going to take you on a little journey through China with our a follow along we're going to do two short dance combos, okay? So before we get started, I want you to get to know a little bit about what we're going to do. So China has 56 different ethnic groups. It's so diverse. It has 55 different ethnic minorities, which we are going to do one dance from one of the ethnic minorities. And then we're going to do another dance from the ethnic majority called the Han's ethnic majority. All right? So let's start with the ethnic majority. And this dance is from the Dunhuang region of China. So allow me to share my screen so I can show you what we're going to do. Thank you. Let's see. So the first, here's a map of China. We are going to be visiting the Dunhuang region, which is that yellow-orange region, yeah? And it's super long. Do you see that? And the reason for that is we are about to visit the underground caves in the Dunhuang region. They're called the Mucou Caves. They were built in 366 AD. So right now, there's still about 500 of those caves preserved. If you were to go there right now, this would be the entrance to the cave. This would be how you would get into the cave. And here it is. These are the painted clay sculptures in the caves. For 366 AD, I think they look pretty good. So there are over 2,000 painted clay sculptures still preserved if you were to go see them today. Isn't that interesting? Now, how does that translate to dance? Here are some of our dancers doing the Dunhuang classical Chinese dance. Have you seen any of these? Look at their fingers. A lot of these were done as court dances, so that's why they also use instruments in their dancing. All right, let's get started. Oh, there I am. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. Let's get started. So first, did you see their amazing fingers? It's very intricate, right? Let's start with our hand. In this dance, we're going to do the Chinese classical orchid hand. So you take your thumb, put it at the bottom of your middle finger, and stretch your fingers out. Yeah? It's almost like you have long nails. Cool, but you don't have to. And let's do that to the other hand. Make sure you don't make your hand super wide. Make it super narrow. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so the next step, we're going to make a orchid flower blossom. Are you ready? So we're going to put our wrists together, the wrists of our hand, and then we're going to go overlap one over the other and palms up to the ceiling. Keep turning it until your wrists come to the wrist again. All right, so it's full circle. Ready. Opposition. Palms face ceiling and back again. Let's do that a little faster. And cross, palm face up. Cross, back to back. Cross, palm face up. Cross, back to back. All right. Now, the next step, we're not going to get to our feet yet. We're going to do some more hands, okay? So keep your orchid fingers. Good. We're going to learn how to switch your hands from side to side. When we do that, we don't want to be a windshield wiper, right? So what we want to do is we want to lift our wrist and drop our fingertips. Lift our wrist, drop our fingertips. And you can follow with your head in the direction that your fingertips are pointing, which would be super nice. Yeah? All right. Let's stand up. Oh, my feet are here. Okay. So you can see my feet. Yes? Move this down just a bit. Perfect. All right. So first, this dance, they have a lot of hips and sectionals. So the hip section is going in one direction, your ribs going in the other. Yeah? Good. Okay. And then let's switch. Switch. You can even lift up this foot to half toe to help you with transferring your weight. Yeah? Let's switch some more. 1 and 2. And switch your hip. And 4. 4 more. 1 and 2. Close your knee. 3 and 4. Awesome. Okay. Now, hold your hands up. This is going to be our first pose. We're going to kind of look like a vase, but not. We're going to lower one of our hands. We're going to bend and push our hip out. And we're going to look towards the direction that we push our hip out. Yeah? And when the music starts, we're going to do our orchid flower. Orchid flower, cross, palm up. And cross, palm up. Yeah? And switch your weight. We're going to switch our arms. Wrist up and drop. Wrist up and drop. Wrist up and drop. Wrist up and drop. How we do so far? Pretty good? Okay. I am going to go on. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do horizontal loops and vertical loops. All right? So let's just draw a horizontal loop. Horizontal plane, right? With our arms? Good. What about a vertical loop? What does that look like? Over the top, like a roller coaster, right? I always tell my students, this is like the 360 roller coasters that I love. Okay, so we're going to do that next. We're going to go down. So make sure your arms are 180 degrees apart. That makes it align. Okay? And back. And go again. And back. You can pretend you're in hamster wheel. Yeah? So you're kind of like going over on the hamster wheel, or you're going down. And you're going over. And down. Yeah? Can we add that? Let's go. Let's do our beginning. And go. Wrists together. And second flower. Wrists together, cross. And arm down. Don't forget to switch your legs and your hip. Lift your wrists. Lift your wrists. We can do that 4 times. Here's our vertical loop. Here's our roller coaster. We're going to do that twice. It probably will be a little faster than this. I'm just doing it slow. Pretty cool? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a kick. So our arms are going to come down. Wrist always goes first. And over. Wrist and over. One more time with the wrist. Show you your legs. And over. Are you ready? Your leg is going to go up on the side. And it's going to go all the way around to the other corner. So it's going to do a up and around. Okay, so kind of like your arms and legs are going in opposite directions for a spiral. Let's try it real quick with our leg low so we can feel the opposition in our body. Do we feel it? Whoopsie. He really likes my feet. Okay, so we go here and kick and down. Just one kick. Are y'all ready to put it with music? Let's give it a try. I have one last ending that I want to do, but I definitely want to try it with the music first. Can everybody go to their beginning pose before I start the music? Get ready. Ooh, I'm going to turn it up. And here we go. Power. Reach. Wrists. Yeah. Wrists. Wrists. And our vertical raise. Here we go. Step kicks. How do we do? Pretty good? Okay, don't worry if you didn't get it yet. We are going to do it again, but before we do, I want to teach you one more cool trick. The next thing we're going to do is called a paddle turn. You see this a lot. So we're going to use one leg as your supporting leg, and that's the direction you're going to turn. So you can choose which leg you want, okay? And the other leg, guess what? Is going to paddle you around. That's why it's called a paddle turn. Yeah? Okay. So in order to go fast, oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay. That's my doggy to move. In order to go fast, you have to paddle quite a few times around. Okay? Now, let's talk about our hands. We can do stretchy arms here. Right? Make sure you're pushing your arm with your beautiful orchid fingers. Here we go. So, step side and go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? You can also spot your head, which will make you less dizzy. So if you leave your head and spot it around. That's what the pros do. Do it if you want to be pro. Yeah? So that's going to help you out. Okay? So how do we add that into our dance? We're going to step. We're going to kick, right? And then we're going to open our arms. You can either turn this way or that way. Make sure you're stretching and start your turn. Okay? So for your ending pose, we're going to do 1-8 count of turns. And then I would like you guys to find your own pose. Okay? I'm going to do a pose. You're welcome to do something with me, or you're welcome to find your own pose. And when you find your own pose, really think about the angles that we've been having, right? We have the angles in the elbows, the angles in the hip. So if you find a pose, something create the angles, right? There are so many different poses. So, you ready? Let's start from the top. Here we go. Go to your beginning. Show me. Here we go. Wrist together. Wrist together. Down. Lift up. Lift. Up. Down. Up. Here we go. Vertical lift. Vertical lift faster. And step. Kick. Here's our turn. And your pose. Oh, I would love it if you guys send a picture of your ending pose in the comments, because that would be so fun for us to see. Yeah? Let's see. I think we have time for one more time. Let's all do this one more time. Okay? Since you guys took some time to learn it. Here we go. Get together. And step. Over. Kick. And turn. Ready for your pose. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Can you believe it? We're halfway through. So we must move on to our other dance. So our other dance is a Chinese folk dance. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I'm going to share my screen. So I'm going to show you some pictures. So you know what type of dance we're dancing. All right. We got, all right. The next dance is going to be from the Yunnan province of China. It's kind of like where Texas is, right? That big, the little red region. It is smaller than Texas. So, yep, it's south central China. It is very warm in climate. It's very tropical, yeah? And it has 24 of the 55 different ethnic groups that we talked about. Goodness, it's kind of like going from, you know, Sugar Land to Huntsville, and you get like a whole different group of people, right? Okay, so next. So here are some of the different ethnic groups. You can tell their clothing is quite different. Yeah? Oh, oops. And this is actually the region that we're doing. This is called the Dai ethnic group. They are beautiful ladies of Dai. You can tell they dance with the umbrella quite a lot because, like I said, very tropical, lots of rain. Keep that in mind because we're going to be using some of these movements later. The men also dance as well, and that is like a peacock fan dance. You can tell by the fans that he's holding, they have peacock feathers. And this is actually the peacock dance. Yeah? And this is a water dance. This water. Sorry about that. This water dance, because the region is also fairly close to the water, so we're also going to learn the fish hand, which is going to be the standard hand for that dance. This is some of our dancers. You can see the fish hand that they're doing. And they're resembling, oh, this is the bamboo forest. It's very tropical, so there are lots of bamboo forests. I would like you guys to imagine you are dancing in this bamboo forest as we learn. Are you ready? Oh, and here's a visual that you really want to keep in mind. This is a bamboo stick, right? Look how it forms different shapes. We're going to be forming the different shapes with our bodies. Okay? Here we go. Okay, you guys ready? Let's get started. Let's start with our hands first. Take out your hand. We're going to be doing the fish hand. So go ahead and put all 4 fingers together, your thumb in the front. Turn your hand side so you can see it like that. This is the fish hand. This is kind of like the body of the fish. This is your fin. You have one little fin. It's like Nemo. Okay, let's do that with both hands. Okay? When you do the fish hand, make sure to stretch out your hand so that way it is actually going out in that fashion. Very nice. Okay, so a couple things we're going to do with the fish. We're going to put our hands together like this, right? And then we're going to pretend a fish is jumping out of the water. Boom. Jump out of the water and back in the water, of course. One more time. Jump out and in. Yeah? Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to have fishy swim around us. So there's a fishy here, and there's another fish here. It's going to go around. It's swimming all around us. Right? One more time. Step in the back. I think the fish back here is looking for the other fish. This one's hiding. Awesome. Okay. The next thing, last thing we're going to do with the fish, they're going to gotta come up for bubble, come up for food, come up for air. They're going to swim up and up and up. One more time. Here we go. Cross and out. Cross and out. Cross and out. Good. All right. Here we go. We're going to put those 3 together. But in between, we're also going to do some rain. Do you remember we talked about this region being very rainy and tropical? Okay. So we're going to have our fingers here, right here. And we're going to just shimmy the rain. This is really light, glistening, beautiful rain that we can dance in. No thunderstorms. Okay? All right, beautiful. So we're going to do fish out of the water first. Here's our sequence. Fish jump out of the water. And rain. And fish swim around you, just looking for the other fish. And start low. Here we go. Swimming up. They found each other, so they're going to swim up. One more time. Here we go. And go. Out of the water. 2, 3, 4. Rain. 6, 7, down. Where's the other fish? There he is. Let's swim up together for some air. I was going to say water, but they're in water. Yeah. Okay. Now, okay, don't forget that, okay? The next part is we are going to walk in a bamboo rainforest. How are we going to walk? We got to learn the dialectic walk. Are you ready? Let's start with our hands on our hips, okay? We have to have a bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every time you go down is the count. 8. And the key is to never straighten. So you always go down, almost straight, down. Don't straighten. Never fully straighten. Okay? And then you're going to go, I'm going to turn aside so you can see me better. You're going to actually keep your foot flexed and kick up. Go. And down. Up. Down. Alternating leg. Up. Down. Up. Down. If anybody just want to do this for exercise, this is great exercise. Because you have to control, you have to go boom, and then control it down. Up, down. Pull, like you have gum on your shoe. You're like, oh, get it off. Oh, get the gum off. Up, down, up, down. Good? Are we good? Okay, so let's talk about the hands. the ladies there, the men there, yeah, you saw both pictures, okay? They, let's pretend you have a hat, since we don't have an umbrella. Let's pretend we're holding our hat. So in case, later when you're walking in a bamboo forest one day and you have a hat, you can do this walk, yeah? Okay, so we're gonna do our hand. We're gonna go front, back. Oh, remember our orchid hand? It's kind of like our orchid hand, but it's a relaxed orchid hand, right? More pedestrian. More like what we normally do. Front, back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's do it. Okay, when your hand goes forward, it's the same leg that goes down. Okay, and then you alternate. Okay, 6, 7, go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Okay. One more add-on. We're going to make this walk a little more interesting. So we're just going to step side. You're going to go. And side. Together. And side. And together. Again, side. Together. Side. Together. Side. Together. Side. Together. Do you see me kicking every time? Make sure you kick every time, okay? All right. So we're going to do 2 side together and 4 walks. Here we go. Just the feet. Ready? Go. 1, together. Step. Together. 4 walks. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Side first. 2 times. Ready? Go. 1, side together. 2, side together. 4 walks. 2, 3, 4. Next part. I think you know it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And my fish, looking for the other fish. Find each other and swim up. Yeah? I'm sorry, I forgot to add the hands for you. So let's do the hands and the feet from the beginning. Here we go. Hold your hat. Have pretty walking hands. Ready? Oh, I'm so sorry. Boys should do this. You don't want to have, this is for the girls. This is for the boys. Yeah? Okay? Go for it. Here we go. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 walks. 2, 3, 4. And out of the water. 2, 3, 4. And rain. 6, 7, down. And 1, 2. Where's the other fish? There he is. And up. 2, 3, 4. Yeah? Are you guys ready to move on? Here we go. So we talked about the rain. We talked about walking in the bamboo forest. We talked about the fish. But we didn't talk about the actual bamboo. Do you remember the last spiral bamboo you saw? Yeah? We're going to make, we're going to actually bend our bodies to mimic these bamboos. So we're not going to actually spiral our body because that would be impossible. So, well, not the way the bamboo is. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our fish hands. Okay? We're going to do up and back. So kind of creating a wavy, spirally thing, right? With our arms. And you can look out for that. Do you see it? Kind of like that bamboo stick. All right, here's another bamboo stick. So this one is going to go side. It's going to go here. This one point. So both fingers are pointing towards you. One is pointing towards your bottom. The other one's pointing towards your head. You're going to lean all the way down. Look at the ceiling. Oh. Yeah. Pick your side, okay? So here we go. We're going to go from the top. No music yet. Here we go. And side, together. One more side, together. 4 walks, 2, 3, 4. Fish out of the water, 2, 3, 4. And 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1. Fish, looking for the other fish. Down. And swim up. 2, 3, 4. And bamboo. And other bamboo. All right. Y'all ready for the music? Here we go. Okay. Everybody hold your hat. Get in your beginning position. I'm about to start the music. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 walks. Fish out of the water. Rain. Looking for my other fish. There it is. Swim up. And pose. Find your bamboo pose. What was your favorite? Was it the fish? Or the bamboos? Or just the walk in the bamboo forest? I would love it if you let me know in your comments. Okay, here we go. Let's do it one more time. And then we'll do some questions and answers, okay? Get ready. Hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fish out of the water. Rain. There it is. Go down so you can go up. Stay up. First bamboo pose. Second bamboo pose. Okay, take a bow. Come on. Okay, come on over. Hi, Brian. Shall we go to question and answer?
Wow, that was so great, Janie. That was so beautiful to watch. I loved all of the how you brought it to like the fish or the lotus hands and made it the visual come out so much. I mean, I didn't know
Thank
dance was
you.
that expressive. It was so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you. I hope
We
everybody
have
enjoyed it.
Yeah, we had watchers here from Houston and New Mexico. So people are watching
Awesome.
and enjoying. Yeah, and we have a few questions here. Are you ready for some questions?
Love it.
It sounds
Shoot.
good. Great. So one person wants to know, what is your favorite dance move to teach?
Oh my goodness, that is so hard. Because when I was little, I was actually trained in ballet and Chinese dance. So, but I actually went to college for ballet modern jazz. So,
Mm.
I got my degree in that and choreography. So, I'm kind of like an East meets West. Like I love it all. So, but I came here when I was 7. So I really found my own culture through dancing, and I found my culture through teaching it to others. So I really love teaching it all and just sharing, especially the Chinese dance. I think it's just for those that are not like, it's like they see it and I really don't have time to explain it, but now I do. So this is a really great opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, great. And that kind of leads us to our next question. How old were you when you started dancing?
Yeah, I was about 7 or 8. Yep, I came to
Wow.
America when I was 7. So
So you started way back when. Wow, that's great.
yeah.
Did anyone teach you?
Yes, yes, my mother, she is actually a professional dancer from China. And I took ballet from Houston Ballet. I, yeah, I had, I just kind of grew up in dance. So,
Oh, that's what a cool legacy. And someone wants to know, where do you teach at? They say you're very good. How long have you been teaching?
oh, thank you. I've been teaching, well, I want to say I started teaching in high school, like assistant teaching. And
Oh,
then I
wow.
was like, oh, wow. Because when I started teaching, I realized that teaching really made me relearn things. I was able to like be like, oh, so this is how you do it. This is how you correct it and make it better. So I started teaching in assistant teaching in high school, and then I went to Southern Methodist University and for my dance major, and then I came back and taught for I want to say like 20 some plus years. So
Wow.
I am with DAA Dance Academy. So you can look up Dance Evasion America or DAA Dance Academy, and we work together. And we have dancers as young as 3 years old. And all of our
Wow.
dancers, yeah, all of our dancers are actually predominantly like ballet trained, ballet foundation. So our dancers have great flexibility, turn, strength, and then we utilize that in Chinese dance. But they are great ballet modern dancers.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
They're very
I'm knocking.
excited.
I'm so sorry.
That is okay. Well, that is such a neat blend. So ballet with, the art of all of these visual elements. That's so beautiful. We
Thank
have another
you.
question here. Could you tell us about what you're involved in dance-wise in the Houston area? So I know you mentioned um, the academy. Are you involved in anywhere else dance-wise in Houston?
Well, Dance Ovation America really collaborates and does so much with so many organizations. Like we are at Miller Outdoor Theater
Mm-hmm.
for the past almost 20 years. We had
Mm-hmm.
East Meets West, Splendid China. We had Journey Through China in the summer. We had like 3 times a year programming in until the pandemic. But we are going to be at Miller Outdoor Theater again in October, and it's free. So please be sure to come see us. And we're just affiliated with so much. Like we're young audiences. We're at the Rockets halftime shows. We're at like Texas Medical Center. I mean, you name it. So our dancers pre-pandemic, we had about 50 plus performances. Um,
Oh, wow.
yeah, annually, and the thing about that is to really share the Chinese culture. And that's just part of our mission is to, bring out the culture, let other people understand, appreciate. Yeah.
Wow. That's almost one a week. You're very busy.
Oh, well, yeah, we get bombarded when it's Chinese New Year, but then, our like Christmas is our downtime,
Yeah,
which is good.
that's good.
Holiday time.
You have a little break. And I think that was one of our questions if you were
Uh-huh.
planning any performances this year, but you said October, right?
Yeah, so October. Oh, actually, I want to tell you, we have another performance. It is going to be, please check join us on Facebook as
Mhm.
well as we're Dance Ovation America, Facebook, Instagram, or DAA. Well, I'm sorry, Dance AA at .com,
Mhm.
danceaa.com. And we'll list we have another event. It's at Social Beer Garden, and it's going to be like an celebrate, stop the hate. It's going to be a
Yeah.
really awesome, just lots of performances, and there's going to be poetry, there's going to be lion dancing,
Wow.
food, and drinks. So tentatively, it's June 5th, but check our websites for updates.
That sounds like a bunch of fun. And I know that venue is outside. So that's really great for a lot of us.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
doing a lot of outside activities.
Fun. Thank you. Okay. So let's see. What other questions do we have? I know I have a little list here. Um, so you mentioned doing a lot of performances, right? You do about 50 a year. What has been your favorite performance to work on? What is it called?
So, well, I mean, goodness, I love projects. So, well, last year, one of my favorite performances was probably for the Mayor's Holiday Spectacular. They usually have it in front of City Hall, but they invited us, and we were actually it was actually filmed and on channel ABC 13. So go see us on YouTube. We're Dance of Asian America. You can go see that performance. It's on our YouTube channel. So that is like a project that, this mayor's office called us. I think we had about 3 weeks to throw it together. But it's like 5 minutes of jam-packed dancing. So from all over China. So I think you'll like it.
Sounds amazing. I wrote it down. So for those of you that didn't catch it, go to YouTube, go to Dance of Asian America Society or Academy. Mayor's Holiday Spectacular, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's 2020.
We're going to go check it out. You're going to have a lot more views after tonight. All right. And let's see. So someone wants to know about the presentation. How many regions does China have? And do they all have their own dance?
Okay. So China is divided into like provinces. So that's 23 different provinces. But the dances are more derived from the ethnicities, right? So I was talking about there are 56 different ethnic groups. So there's one ethnic majority. It actually makes up of 91, maybe 90+% of China. And the other like 9% is the ethnic minority. But there's like 55 different types of them, right? So, like there's the Dais ethnic minority. And then the picture I showed you with the other Dais, they're like the Bai ethnic minority, the Yis ethnic minority. And I know this is all like foreign. This all sounds foreign, but
a little bit.
Yeah, so they all have their different styles of dance. So it's different and it's fun, and they're all very specific to their technique, as you can tell, even from the classical to the Dai. Yeah.
That's really interesting. So this is our last question, and it flows really good with what you just talked about.
Oh, good.
So how many Chinese ethnic group dances have you learned? Have you learned all of the ethnic groups?
Wow. That's a good question. So that brings me to another point. So I want to say not all of them have like a performing, like a stage performing ethnic dance. They, a lot of these are derived from many years of like kind of like backyard dancing, social dancing, and then they slowly brought it to the stage. We do learn them all. If there are the males, I mean, if they exist, we taught them all, we learned them all. But I just want to say like and by the way, within every style, for example, the Dai style that we just did, there's like, I don't know, like 50+ different dances of that style. Yeah. So like even just one style, like the Dongguang dance that you just learned, there's like so many of these dances, right? So it's like, how many have we learned? Well, we've learned all the styles. We do teach all the styles, but we definitely also explore all the new and upcoming dances too, right? Because that's the fun part.
Wow, yeah. I mean, well, you've been teaching for a long time and dancing for a long time, so I imagine with all of that time, you've been able to learn them all. That's amazing. That is, it's interwoven into your very being, isn't it? Oh my goodness. That's so great. Well, it's been so wonderful chatting with you, Janie. I want to encourage everyone to go to their YouTube page, check out Young Audiences, check out the event they're having soon, and then the event they're going to have in October. That'll be wonderful. Yeah.
Please come see
us. Thank you so
much
for joining us today, Janie. So thank you so much also to our Young Audiences of Houston and Dance of Asian America Academy for lending Janie to the library to teach all of our young patrons watching something truly beautiful. If your family loved tonight's program, please join us next Tuesday, May 11th at 7 o'clock here again next Tuesday for a journey through China with a live Q&A. I know you guys are going to really love that. I hear it's going to be just as fascinating as tonight's program. Well, thank you all again for joining us tonight. We hope you have a wonderful time dancing through the evening. Hope you all have a good night, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Hope to see you next Tuesday here on Facebook Live. And have a good night, everybody.